Afghan President Hamid Karzai has had a difficult relationship with Parliament. It accuses him of ruling by decree and undermining its power. Now, Karzai says he respects Parliament's call for the Defense and Interior Ministers to go. The Parliament move came as a surprise. It had called the Interior and Defense Ministers to explain why they hadn't done enough to stop rocket attacks in eastern Afghanistan. The Interior Minister said there's no doubt the weapons came from Pakistan and said it was the government's job to decide what to do.
Until now, the government has been trying to solve this problem through diplomatic means. If the government or the parliament makes any sort of decision, we as Afghan forces and defenders of this country are ready to implement the decisions.
Neither minister seemed to convince the legislature, which held a vote of no confidence. President Karzai, in a possible move of reconciliation, upheld the decision, but says the ministers will remain in their jobs until replacements can be found.
I don't think this was a win for anybody at this point. I think the Parliament should have dealt with this more methodically. They did not do that.
The dismissal of two key portfolios comes as NATO forces transfer authority to Afghan troops and police. By the end of this year, 75% of Afghanistan's population is set to be under Afghan security control. NATO says this decision is not expected to affect that process. President Karzai has promised both ministers other jobs in government. The question now is how long will they remain in their current positions? As caretaker ministers, the Parliament says 30 days. President Karzai has ignored Parliament before and kept appointees for more than a year. The fate of these two ministers may determine whether there's now a real sense of compromise between the president and the parliament. Jennifer Glasse, Al Jazeera, Kabul.